Hey folks, and welcome to the Daily Ratings Weekly Movie News Podcast. This week's news brought to you by Out with the Old and In with the Not Quite as Old. Yes, okay, let's start with the news from last week over at Lucasfilm. Although things have been rumored for a while, and in fact we covered it on some of the first news shows last year, it's now official that Kathleen Kennedy will be stepping down as president over at Lucasfilm, and current CCO Dave Filoni will be taking over. Filoni will now be in charge of the creative future of Star Wars and other Lucas IP, with Lynn Brennan stepping in taking care of the business side of things. Now, thousands and thousands of online forum pages have been written about Kathleen Kennedy and her tenure. There's plenty to say there. Overall, fans of Star Wars and Indiana Jones are not really fans of Kathleen Kennedy. I think that's safe to say, at least. But Dave Filoni, on the other hand, is pretty well liked and respected. Although the past few years creatively has had Filoni not so outwardly praised, he still has a lot of respect, though, as he is a Lucasfilm nerd at heart, and was kind of seen as a George Lucas protege, or I guess I should say Padawan. George Lucas gave Dave control of the Clone Wars show, and then the movie, which fans absolutely loved. Now, though, all things really sit on his shoulders, and there isn't a great Kathleen Kennedy whale to hide behind either. People didn't love the Book of Boba Fett or later seasons of Osaka and The Mandalorian, which Filoni had a hand in. We'll see if Dave can right the ship. Currently, Grogu and The Mandalorian is set to release this May, and next May, Star Wars Starfighter will be coming out. And as far as projects in development then, that's where things really need to be cleaned up. Kennedy is leaving the studio with 7 different Star Wars projects somewhere in development, or kind of development hell. From half-baked ideas from years ago to projects that are just waiting to go. There are many decisions to be made. So really, all the best to Dave. We'll see what he can do in the first couple years of his tenure. We will all certainly be holding our breath and watching? Maybe. Okay, let's move on to announcements for upcoming movies. We'll kind of stick with Disney here, and we'll jump to Marvel for a quick update on the long backburnered project of the Blade reboot. And it's official, it's not happening. After delays, and then COVID, and strikes, and other things taking priority, Mahershala Ali will not be starring as Blade in a new Blade movie. In other developments, Sebastian Stan is being rumored to play Harvey Dent and Two-Face for The Batman 2, set for a 2027 release. He now joins the rumors with Barry Keoghan coming in as the Joker, and Scarlett Johansson set to star as well. Colin Farrell coming back as the Penguin. He says that The Batman 2 is the best script that he's ever read. So, we are getting a little excited for that. As far as new movies coming, it looks like The Housemaid will be getting a sequel and is already in development. The current film has already made $143 million in just 3 weeks, and that's just up against a $35 million budget. Director Paul Feig will be coming back to direct the second film, and Sydney Sweeney will be starring again. Amanda Seyfried, by the way, will be making a cameo appearance, so things are moving fast on the Housemaid front. 85-year-old Brian De Palma is coming back to make another film, and possibly it's his last film. Sweet Vengeance will be shooting this summer in Portugal and will be coming out in 2027. De Palma has been talking about this film since 2018, and it's finally happening. The story will be about 2 murders that happened in real life. De Palma's later career has not been overwhelmingly loved, but the man still holds great respect from fans and some of the biggest names in the industry. Coming up during the same time as Spielberg and Scorsese, De Palma is known for a thrilling, sexual, creeping style of all his own. From Body Double, Dressed to Kill and Carrie, to The Untouchables, Blowout and Scarface, De Palma has etched his name into Hollywood legend, and we're always excited to see what he's got. With another legend of a certain kind, Johnny Knoxville has come out and said that Jackass 5 is confirmed. And, in fact, it's coming out this summer already. So get ready to head to the theaters this June 26, because the boys are back in town. Couple other things I have here is news on Tim Burton's remake of the B-movie feature, The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. It still remains in progress, and Margot Robbie is still starring as the 50-Foot Woman herself. And now the female writing team, Danya Jimenez and Hannah McMenchen, are tasked with writing the script for the movie. So Danya and Hannah are the two younger women who have teamed up and will probably be quite the force in the future as long as their next couple projects go well. So they wrote together on K-pop Demon Hunters, which will undoubtedly continue either in shows or movies or both. And now the two are tapped with a Tim Burton film. So a writing duo to keep an eye out for sure. And and of course we did have the Golden Globes this past weekend, and I don't know if we had many surprises. I would say that Hamnet did get a lot of recognition in that drama category. Hamnet definitely swept some awards, which is kind of good to see. We know that Vin Daly really liked Jessie Buckley, and then One Battle After Another was also shining with winning some awards for Paul Thomas Anderson, and then Timothée Chalamet did walk away for Best Actor as well. So that was kind of that, it is the Golden Globes. It's not like it's a Tom Daly's or anything like that. But, all right, let's jump on over to the box office for this past weekend. So fifth biggest this weekend was newly released Greenland 2 Migration. That made $8.4 million. Fourth was Zootopia 2, staying in the top 5 with $10 million. That's a worldwide total of $1.6 billion so far. Third for the weekend was previously mentioned The Housemaid. That made $10.9 million. Second was newly released horror film Primate. That brought in $11.2 million. And the biggest movie this weekend was, again, Avatar Fire and Ash, bringing in $21.5 million for a U.S. total of $343 and a worldwide total of $1.23 billion. Coming up this Thursday, Vincent Daly will be watching, rating, and reviewing absolutely nothing, because we've got the biggest show of the year, my friends. It's the Tom Daly Awards. Yes, the only movie award show that matters. We'll give out all the trophies for the year and talk about 2025, the year in film, and all while having a whole lot of fun. So please stop by the show this Thursday. But that's it for your weekly movie news here, folks. We'll leave you today with a quote from a writer and director, Brian De Palma. Steven Soderbergh, a gifted visual director? Are you kidding? Give me an example of a great, visually memorable scene in a Soderbergh movie. I saw an episode of his series, The Nick, and there was nothing that really blew me away visually. And all right, folks, the daily rating, by the way, we love Soderbergh on this podcast. I just found that quote to be kind of shocking. But the Daily Ratings weekly movie news podcast, that was it. See you on Thursday.